We were on the radio.
Not here.
Oh, oh, oh.
You're
This is the
stupid.
hell that's my life. I don't know. I don't remember. I think it was Tuesday. Yeah, it was Tuesday because that's when we went live on Rainbow Radio. We never
Mm-hmm.
went live on Rainbow Radio till like 15 minutes into the episode
Mm-mm.
because I never went live on the radio at all. There's so many buttons I got to push to do this. I'm telling you, I need a software developer that can make this all inclusive.
Software developer.
Oh,
Uh, yeah. You know what? I may have somebody who can help us. I will introduce you and just make it happen.
because here's the thing. Here is my computer system, right? It's not that, I mean, it's a great system, but
Mm-hmm.
we're not talking TV studio. It's just a custom computer for less than 3 grand,
Yeah.
couple of monitors, and bang.
Are we live now?
All of this is now sending this out on video and audio and TikTok or Twitter and Clubhouse and
So
all
we
the
do we
places we
have
want to
a
be.
link yet? Let me get it.
Because I finally looked at the right part of the screen to see that we were not live. On the video side. Why, if this computer can do all of this, why can one app or web-based platform not do the same thing?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh,
This sounds like a Ross problem.
oh yeah.
Marcella's a princess and she's just gonna sit here and look pretty.
Uh, Ashley Brownstein checking in. Hello, Ashley.
Hello,
Oh,
Ashley.
well, at least we noticed it, and thank you, Colin, by the way, for checking in as well. Essentially, in as many words, saying, "Yergs, pull your head out of your ass."
Yerks, pull your head out of her ass. I
Um,
like that. At that time.
I'll also have to,
Are
because
we
I was,
live? I need to go and see if we're live on Facebook now.
we are, and I'll refresh YouTube
Yeah,
if you still need
yeah, we
that.
are.
Do you still need the link for YouTube?
No, I got it now. I
Okay.
couldn't find it before, but I have it
Yeah,
now.
because it wasn't there. That's why.
Dirk is laughing at us. Dirk, who doesn't laugh at anybody, is such a nice guy. He's laughing at us. Wow.
Yeah, Colin. Little click buttons, especially. See, here's the thing with, and I know I'm creating an excuse,
Yeah, you
but
are.
right now there's a little button in the top left corner of my screen that's orange and says live. The button on the top right corner of the screen is also orange and says go live. It doesn't say that now because we're already live.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at this bright orange button thinking, okay, that's ready. That's it. The radio one is green. Twitter is black when it's live and red when it's
Oh
not.
my God. Are we broadcasting on Twitter too? Please, no.
Well, I got followers there, so we kind of gotta.
You got followers there.
Yeah.
I keep
We're
telling you.
developing a brand. All right. So, another guest today. Would you want to lean in and tell everybody about Jen?
Jen
Who
Adelstein.
actually
She's been here
is
twice before.
I was going to say she is
Yeah.
actually our first returning guest, and this is
Yes.
appearance number 3.
Yes. Yes. She is my vocal coach and one of my favorite people in the whole world. And I think the last time she was here, we talked a lot about her teaching. She is a teacher and she
Yeah.
has a child with autism. So we talked a lot about that and her journey with that. And I think today we're going to talk about her journey with in singing. We did touch upon that a little bit last time. However, what we didn't talk about was that she actually had surgery on her vocal cords. So
Wow.
we want, change your background.
Oh yeah. Oh, I gotta do that too. Jesus.
Because that's annoying and it's distracting. So so Jen is here, and I'm actually just looking forward to hearing her speak. I should ask her to give me a mini lesson. You've heard me sing, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, I like it. You have a beautiful
Oh,
voice.
thank you. Well, it's all thanks to her. I had no confidence before I asked her to coach me.
There's the other camera view, by the
Yeah,
way.
that's even more distracting.
I know.
Yeah. At least you're wearing a nice color today.
You
I
like
like
the
the
blue?
blue. Yeah, I like the blue.
It looks good with the black background, doesn't it?
It
Wow.
sure does. Don't wear orange again until Halloween. I'll wear an orange dress for Halloween if you save the other shirt for Halloween.
See if we can definitely color coordinate. We
Yeah.
can be that on-air couple. Thing I don't like to do on the political show is wear red or blue because they're both associated with one side or the other of our political spectrum.
Why don't you just wear your rainbow shirts?
Well, or purple because for that show, I'm the guy that's in the middle.
I think you should just wear a pride flag.
I mean, that would kind of also push me a little bit towards the left, but I could. And I
No.
think for June, I'm
Oh,
going to have to. We got Pride coming up in about 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, that's right.
Little over 2 weeks.
I got to ask my kid if they want to go to if she wants to go to Pride this year. She didn't go last year.
To the New York one?
No, we're going to fly out somewhere else. Of course, to the New York one.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, the biggest one in the country is here in St. Pete. What's the blue shirt make me look like? Colin says the blue shirt makes me look like I just popped out of the pool. I think that might be the wet hair that you're looking at, Colin.
My hair's wet too. Do I look like I just popped out of the pool?
No, but it I don't know what it is. It's hanging on you nicely today. Like down the sides, like
it's hanging on me nicely today. Every other day, it's like, ew, Marcella.
No, you know what I think? I think what it is, I think you're just a little bit farther back from the camera.
No, I'm not. Now I am.
Maybe that's what it was then. Colin says Marcella looks like she was just born out of the ocean foam in a giant shell. You are Colin's Little Mermaid.
I am not. I'm not little, and I'm not a mermaid. Okay.
Well, I was just going to leave it at little.
Even though he will say I'm short, I'm not short. He says I am though.
How tall are you?
5'4".
Well, that's average for women.
Yeah. No, they say 5'6" is average.
Really?
That's what I hear. In New York it is anyway. But Colin's like 10 feet tall, so he says
what is he actually? Do you know? Height?
6'2".
Okay.
You know I like him tall, right?
I think I do remember you saying that before, actually. So I think Jen's ready. Are you ready? Ready to bring her out?
Yeah, of course.
Do it. All right, here's Jen. Welcome back.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
Good to be back.
There we go.
Hey.
Your hair looks so pretty today.
Thanks. It's like my natural status. Words. What am I trying to say? My natural state. Yeah, I like your hair. So we're like vibing with your curls are much nicer. Mine are like sad.
Oh, stop.
Need help.
Well, I need a haircut, so I'm going to either have to break down and get my passport and go to Canada, or you're just going to have to come back here.
Yes. We need to figure that out. 100%.
We need to figure that out.
Well, I mean, having a passport's going to be good anyway, regardless, because someday we're going to be doing this show from Belize.
Who says?
Me.
How's that? What?
Well, you'll need a passport.
Why are we going to Belize?
Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful.
Who's paying?
Yes, I think you should just bring Matrix for a visit to New York.
Bring Matrix to New York?
For a visit.
You know, I've been contemplating. We haven't been to Pennsylvania with the dogs since I lived in D.C., where we could more easily drive up. And then once I left for L.A., they haven't been back to Pennsylvania since. And Now, a year ago, just over a year ago, Moby passed away. And I'm spending the past year a lot of time with Matrix, like I did with Moby before Matrix came along. And I'm kind of thinking some sort of trip like that, just the two of us and whoever else, whatever other humans.
Just the two of us.
But anyway,
Do
enough
songs
about
pop
me.
into your head too?
All the time. I
Uh,
speak in song. Listen, we had a sing along over the weekend. I don't know how the kids know Buddy Holly by Weezer, but all of us were actually singing out loud in the living room.
In my call earlier this morning, we were talking about how so many people just want a quick fix to any problem. You're just taking a magic pill. And Mother's Little Helper from the Rolling Stones came to mind. And I was the only one that
These
was able
people
to
need fixes. Are you not giving them
uh,
my number?
it was a bit of a political discussion in that one of the guys has a podcast about anger porn, how everybody, the
Uh-huh.
news likes to make you angry instead of just tell you what's going on. And
I almost entertained going to the next meeting. I'm not doing it now. No politics. I will leave.
oh no, it's it was like after. I think you would enjoy it actually if you're up by 8 o'clock in the morning. I really think
I
you would like
can
it.
be. I can be. I'm not going to look this pretty, but I can be there.
Yeah, no,
I'll make an effort to look prettier. Yeah, just for you.
You
Not
don't need
necessary.
effort. You just wake up gorgeous. Don't worry. You're
Yeah.
fine.
They'll love to have you.
I don't know about that.
Yes, because your
I don't
inner
think he's-
beauty shines.
I think we actually talked about having him. It's David Beckmeyer from Outrage Overload.
No one's
It's
called
on
me.
your radio.
No one's called me.
No, I think you and I only talked about it. We
3
haven't.
people?
really worked
I'm waiting.
on-
No, I'm waiting for 2 people to call me. No one's called me.
Who? John Jay and who else?
Not John. Well, yeah, I guess John would be the third. No, there was 2 other people from the community that wanted to be on the show, I believe, and no one's called me.
Were
So
they my people or yours?
your people, not mine. My people call me all the time. And
Well-
if they've not been on the show.
We already had Joel on. Joe Soul.
Joseph, Joe Soul, yeah.
Yeah, Joe
Such
Soul.
a great guy.
There's one guy I talked to you about that I'm thinking it's a stretch. And that's the guy that does the self-defense.
Yeah, that one.
His only connection is that he deals with clients or students that also have autism. And I just don't know how much he really deals with that to a point that it would be worthy of coming on, unless you would like to hear more about the self-defense type stuff.
I sure would. Where does he live?
Down here in Tampa.
Oh, forget it. We need someone
he
to teach women
travels.
self-defense.
Well, he travels to do it. He keeps going back to his
I'm not
home
paying
state.
for that.
Maybe you can do online, like an online.
No. I need someone here because of her scoliosis. I need someone who can work with her.
And,
know?
and being hands-on is a benefit too. I'll see what he does because he works with a bunch of nonprofits that pay for that to host group sessions. So like maybe if like I know you said you worked with the Catholic Church in the past, and what other things might be up there that he might have access to. So maybe he's not.
Catholic Church doesn't like me.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, yeah.
So back to the most important thing right now is our beautiful guest, my bestie, Jen. We wanted to bring you back just because we loved you so much. Because I love you so much. And there was so much to talk about with you. I mean, we talk about you as a teacher, you as a mom, finding out about your son's autism and that journey. And we never really touched upon your surgery.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was super important to your journey as a singer. I mean, you're already a singer, but the growth that you've had since then.
Yeah. So before that, there's what happened before,
Mhm.
which actually I don't know if a lot of people know the physiological aspect about singing. And I was sort of in denial about it, but pretty much when you get pregnant, it does affect your vocal cords. And it affects your voice. Not to say that you can't be trained back to what it was before, but you can probably uh, relate it to, not the exact same way, but it's like in essence, like, when you think about puberty, your voice changes.
Mm-hmm.
So your body goes through so many changes. And then, yeah, so and then with that also, there was like this time in my life where I was basically out of practice
Yeah.
and out of my regular practice. And then comes the part where when you're dealing with your children and you're dealing with your undiagnosed autistic son who maybe does things that you weren't expecting. For example, the one time he rode his tricycle into oncoming traffic, and that's the moment I'm pretty sure I did something to my vocal cords, because I never screamed louder in my life, and it was sort of unnecessary in a way, because my husband was right there and he was like, I got it, but I mean, you never know.
Yeah, but that's
So
there's too much of a human response or
I know he
reaction.
loves to remind me that his response, like his natural response to things is unlike any other human that he knows. I'm like, okay.
Explain that a little bit more. A natural response.
Like if someone's coming at him, he's just gonna be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like he really thinks he's a ninja. He's like, you're not even gonna get to me because I'm gonna swat you away right before. I'm like, you know what? At least it's confident. I like that better than
How old is
just
he
being
now?
like,
6?
no, sorry, this is Jordan I'm talking about. Maybe that's where he gets it from. No, because he saved Lennox, right? So he's just like, God, you were worried? Like you didn't think that I was gonna save him? Like, come on. Like Macho, like, oh, come on, man. What are you talking about?
Oh my goodness.
That's my Jordan impression. I love you. So yeah, I think, I mean, it could have happened for so many reasons. So basically what happened is I developed what's called a polyp, which is different from a nodule, or I don't know what the other vocal issues are. Oh yeah, could have been a cyst.
Polyps can still be painful though too, right?
Yeah, they can.
So when they're on your vocal cord, I mean, I did sort of was like feeling something. And the doctor's like, oh, you can't feel it. It's on your vocal cords. You can't really feel you can't feel that. And then I was like, but I feel something. Like what? It felt like there was something there. So that was kind of like, just told me that I really know my body. And like at the end of the day, this whole thing taught me, you know yourself. Like, I got to a point in my life where I'm like, wow, I really know who I am. And that's such a good feeling to be at. I'm so glad I made it to this point. But yeah, so then just realizing that there was something weird happening with my voice, and because I really was working at getting, like, quote unquote back into singing, and I was on Clubhouse, and I was doing a lot of, I was trying to help other people with their voice, and I thought, what a good way for me to get back into the practice of warming up doing all the technical exercises and improving my range and what have you, and my technique. What better than to help others as well? So like you're doing it in tandem, right?
Mhm.
So I was on maternity leave, and yeah, just because of COVID, I was like, this is amazing, just love it. It was just like such a good routine for me. I need the routine. The ADHD needs a routine.
Mhm.
Okay, so it was like every morning, go on Clubhouse, let's do warm-ups together. It was great. I did that for like, I don't even know, like 6 7 months pretty much.
Oof.
Yeah, like we were consistent, we were doing it. I was there every day. I think it was like 10 a.m. I was doing it. And then it sort of developed into like more things. Anywho, I later on realized, but it took me like a good 2 years to really like narrow down what the problem was, because I like went to my doctor, then the doctor sent me to the ENT, and then the ENT was like, I see something, and then I had to go to the specialist, and then
Mhm.
and then just like doing like consultations, and then like the thing that they stick down your throat, like did that a million
Oh,
times.
Jesus.
Yeah, but I got really nice pictures of my vocal cords, so yay. I have a before and after photo.
I've seen them. I
Yeah,
love those pictures.
they're on my Instagram, and
Yep.
it
These are of your
isn't.
vocal cords?
Yeah, at
Wow.
first people might think it's something else. I made it into a joke. I was like, stop, it's not what you think it is. Okay, it's my vocal cords, guys.
It's
Good God,
hilarious.
you nasty. Okay.
Well, I would say that there's plenty of gentlemen out there that say the other thing also speaks to them in a certain way. But yeah, we'll leave it between you and I.
Wow, Ross.
You like that?
Yeah, yeah, that's funny. Um, so uh yeah, so then yeah, basically going through with the surgery. Yeah, that's funny. Definitely like the best thing I ever did. I'm so happy. I'm so happy I did it. It was really difficult. Um, there were some there's potential for some complications, like you could have scarring, which could
Mhm.
permanently damage your voice, which that's a fear. But I think the surgery is quite common. You wouldn't even know how many singers, professional singers, actually get the surgery. And one of the nurses at the hospital was like, "Oh, there's somebody that comes back every year." I'm like, "Every year? What?" Like, no. I'm like, "You're lying. Like that can't be true." Like, they just there is a danger of it reoccurring to me, so I do have to be very mindful not to raise my voice. Um,
And when you're
and
singing, how do you avoid that? Because you do, I mean, as far as I know, most singers tend to push themselves,
But you're also a mom.
which is what she
and
said
Hello.
before.
I have to use. That's why when my daughter claims I'm yelling, I'm like, no, I'm not even allowed to yell. Like, what are you talking about? So you have to use other methods. Sometimes I will break into song just to get the message out. Clean your room right now, I said. It's like a dramatic opera. Like, if you don't clean your room, then I don't know, you won't go to Wonderland. I don't know. I'm like, I love the you're getting a consequence. That's my go-to. It's probably not great. I don't have good parenting advice, but but then I mix it up. We talked about how Paige thinks I'm so mean,
Mhm.
but I like, I play my own good cop, bad cop.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'll be bad cop, and then when I think she's had enough bad cop, I'll be like, okay, you are like the love of my life. Did you know that? And like I'll be like baby her, coddle her, like, I love you.
I resonate with that. I did that last night and this morning. Got an email from a teacher that her percentage had dropped in the specific class, and I said to her, I get your phone now and you don't get it back, and you're not even taking it with you tomorrow. And I threw it in a drawer, and then when she was sleeping I charged it. And this morning, because I realized after she went to bed how much she relies on it to help her get through the bus ride. So this morning I said to her, listen, I'm really upset that you haven't done this particular thing. I'm going to give you your phone back for the ride. I know it's important to you. But she says, I know, you get it when I get home. And we've been through this before. So, so of course I'm the hero again.
Aw.
Yeah.
But you know what was really hard about that surgery is that you can't talk for.
Yes, I was going to ask you about that. How did you manage that? And how long was it?
It was the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Not being able to talk?
No, I'm telling
If you notice, I'm just sitting here smiling and even trying not to giggle.
No, it's not even just the fact that I like to talk. It's like I was trying to mouth things. I'm like, and then you know what I said just now? Come on. You know what I said?
For whatever number of years old you are, -3, maybe 4, that's how long you've been talking. And so you're used to having it.
-1, maybe.
I mean, when do you think like my mom says I started talking young at 3, like full on conversation.
You're a late bloomer.
Yeah, my daughter started talking.
When I say full on conversation, she says, I was talking with adults about sports and stuff that 3-year-old kids don't talk about.
Okay.
So that's what I'm kind of, and that's
no, I get what you're saying, but I mean, Luna started saying like full words that we could understand by 9 months. By a year, she was saying complete sentences. I mean, babbling a little bit, but we could still understand the message. I mean, not a competition, but I would think after a year, Jen was probably.
So then even more so, then for that number of years.
But that's my mom. She probably won't remember. Anyways, guys, I'm just saying, like, if I mouthed words to you, you would know what I'm saying, right? Like, you would know that. And like, I'm like cross-eyed, and I was like, I'm like, and then like Jordan and my dad were like, it's like, I'm sorry to say this, but like, your mind goes like, oh, men, don't get the mouth reading. And I was just like, I was so angry that there was just one morning where they couldn't read my lips and I couldn't type fast enough into the phone. And I just lost it. I was like I was trying to not to scream, but I was just like, I like my face just like made all the faces and I stomped my foot like a little child. And then it's like, you realize you're like, this is why kids get angry, because people don't understand them. Like there's that communication.
When they're trying to communicate, yeah.
You were just mouthing the word no.
I was throwing stuff. I was.
How long was it though? That period? How long was it?
I think I did.
Because I remember not speaking to you for a while.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome, Lois.
I think it was 3 weeks. Felt like forever. I did have these like recordings of myself. I wonder if I still have them. I saved all these recordings of myself to say to them, like, go to bed. You better go to bed right now or else. I'd have to download, but it was like I pressed the button like okay, here's my recording, and it was like, you better go to bed right now. And I'm just like, play right now.
Oh, wow.
And then there was another one who's like, I love you. Good night.
So cute.
So yeah, I'd have like I pre-recorded myself saying phrases in preparation for me not to talk. And it wasn't like I could like the first time I like uttered a noise, I was like I like freaked out. I was like, oh my God, am I gonna damage my vocal cords? But everything was totally fine. Like, and I'm glad like I really stuck to the not talking thing because and at the end of the day the doctor, she's like, wow, you like literally would never know you had a surgery. There's nothing. It's like perfect.
Nice.
So my next question, because you had to retrain yourself in a way that was going to be conducive to healthier vocal cords going forward, that ties in with you as a teacher, a coach. So,
Yeah.
what are your recommendations for starting out with someone who maybe doesn't know how to sing?
Okay, so here's the thing. It wasn't my singing that was the issue.
Mm-hmm.
It was my speaking. So I did work with a vocal therapist. So I did learn a lot from the vocal therapist. And it really did intrigue me to maybe, you know, if that's something like a vocation that I wanted to look into deeper.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's a lot of studying, it's a lot of schooling, vocal therapy. So it's like a whole nother world, like not another world, but like, you know, it is still like an intensive program to study, but there's a lot of similarities
Mm-hmm.
in terms of like a vocal exercises, but that's where I got the knowledge about, you know, your doing this,
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the
doing
massages,
doing these
which I put into
massages.
practice every few days.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the tension in your neck and your jaw could lead to the tendency of like you using the wrong using, you know, if you overuse, okay, so you have like a false vocal cord that's around your vocal cord. Now if you push those false vocal cords,
Mm-hmm.
then it could cause more pressure in your vocal cords. So your vocal cords are always going like this.
Right.
And if you're pushing too hard and squeezing too hard, and they're going to, that's when the polyp could erupt. And then a nodule is like happens a lot with like, you know, even sometimes some people get them naturally because of the way they naturally speak.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I did do a lot of practice about my speaking, just my speaking alone, because in the past I would speak a lot lower. So just learning how to like raise your tone a little bit, and that gives you even more a better projection of your voice. And also using the techniques that I do with singing in my speaking, like making sure I take a good breath and use the breath to speak, you know? So things like that. Yeah, things that I was like, oh God, like who would have thought that, you know, I'm a like a trained singer, but yet I wasn't utilizing that in my day-to-day life
Mm-hmm.
when I'm just speaking normally. So it was really sort of like crazy to sort of come to that like conclusion. And the therapist, like, she's like, you know this already, like I don't have to like explain this to you. I'm like, yeah, you don't have to explain it to me. So our sessions were really fast, not fast, but like in the sense like we got a lot accomplished because
Mm-hmm.
she didn't have to spend time explaining like the just the basics to me.
Right.
So I didn't need like that many sessions. She's like, yeah, you sound good. And then I had some sessions prior to the surgery because 30% of the time with just practicing and doing therapy and stuff like that, it could potentially resolve on its own. Like the polyp could diminish. So the other thing, and here's where I really started to like that after the surgery, that's when the when I'm talking to you about like doing lip trills.
Ugh, my
Okay.
favorite.
It could be a lip trill, it could be a tongue trill, it could be or using the straw to do it's called semi-occluded vocal tract. So those are the only types of exercises that literally massage your vocal cords. Nothing else does. Doing like humming, those are all like exterior. They don't really massage the actual vocal cords. But when you do it like semi-occluded, your vocal cords really get that like massage, and it wakes it up. So that was part of the therapy to improve, to heal. So if you ever feel that your vocal cords is like kind of like ugh, either you rest your voice, you consider how much water you've had over the week, and then also doing just like the laryngeal. This is called a laryngeal massage, and and doing this too helps. Oh my god, I need this. My jaw is like so tense. Anyways, and then doing the semi-occluded vocal tract. Your life will change. Just take a straw every day, and you won't. A lot of teachers lose their voices within the first couple of weeks of school because they're not used to using their voice that much. So if you're using your voice a lot, yeah.
What the operation was just to have the polyps removed. That was it. There was no other damage. So
Correct.
when the one doctor said that you wouldn't know that you had the surgery done, what were they expecting as the result? Because
I
it sounds
think,
like it's kind of sort of simple, but at the same time, they sounded pretty impressed with the results of it.
yeah, because like I said, there's a potential of having that scar and seeing like a sort of like a little fine, you probably would see like a little like white something, like it looks. I'm not a doctor, but I'm from what I've asked and researched, like that the scarring, maybe she was like no scar, nothing, looks amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Jen, can
So
you give Ross a vocal lesson right now? A mini lesson? Let's see if it makes him sound better.
well, the
I already
thing,
get that I sound good.
What?
I already get people tell me that I sound good and that I sound like Howard Stern.
You don't. Not Stern.
oh well, you know what? It's okay. You don't have to sound like anyone.
I
You
don't.
sound
I just
Ross.
want to be. Yep.
Hmm?
I
You
just
sound
want
like
to be
Ross.
me.
Yeah. The only question, if you're doing you're doing what you're doing,
Yeah.
no, nothing really concerning, you're not tired, your voice isn't tired, all those things, then
I'm not
you're
feeling it right now and within the past couple of days. But Mars can tell you there were times where I actually have to mute my mic to just clear my throat so that doesn't go out over the air. And in so many cases where I've done that, it still feels like I'm not finished. Like I still got to, I had cough drops in here in the studio.
oh, do not use cough drops, please.
And I actually saw or read that somewhere after the fact that they're really not for moistening your vocal cords and
I
keep.
put into practice just swallowing, like you said.
A lot of people recommend like
Colin?
if
Colin,
you
you're
want
up.
like if you want like a magic thing. What did he say? I can't see. What did he say?
Moist throats matter.
Moisture. Oh God. I don't like that word. That's like a Canadian joke, actually.
Nobody likes that word. I don't know why it exists. We should ban it.
Did you know
Moist?
Let's cancel the word. Yes.
You know, Ross, you like politics. I'm sure you know how that word relates to Canadian politics.
I do not.
No, okay. Just look up Trudeau moist. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, but not now. Do it on your other
not
show.
now. Another time. Get back to me. Okay,
so Colin, being politically correct, says humid throats matter.
Okay, that's so funny on all levels. Like, why is Colin like so genius? Like,
I
he's so
come on,
smart.
claim,
I love
you know,
smart
as-
people. He's so smart.
I
You
want
guys
to know
know
what
what
the
I'm saying?
exercise
Like, there's so
is.
many levels to that. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to know what the exercise is. You've got me into these voice lessons now. What is the exercise that encompasses following?
Okay, so I just want to address like your coughing thing.
Okay.
So first of all, I want to say in general, clearing your throat and going that's actually Marcel and I have had this discussion. But I'm happy to say I feel like it's lessened with you. Or
With
am
me?
I just getting used to it?
Me?
Yeah.
It's lessened quite a bit.
Yeah. Amazing. And
I have a good teacher.
so I love that you give me all the credit. It's like not even I don't deserve all this credit. But thank you. So yeah, so try. We always try, but clearing your throat, not the best thing. So what you want to do, and actually I did learn this from somebody that joined me on Clubhouse. He was also a vocal therapist. And his recommendation is like giving like a puff of air into your throat. It's not a clearing. It's like a, I don't know if you can hear that.
Yeah.
There's no gravelly sound. It's just
it's
the air flowing through. Like,
Okay.
okay. That clears it up. Are you trying it?
I'm not. I'm just listening right now. But
Go ahead,
like
Ross.
small, you just
Part
saying
of the
like small
experience. You have
exhale
to try
breaths.
So now close your mouth and feel that puff of air going through at the back. Do you feel it?
Yeah.
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 How
Yeah.
does that feel?
Well, I mean, I don't have the need to clear right now, and I haven't for the past couple of days.
That's good.
But it's I can feel like when I close my mouth and do it,
Mhm.
there's like a throbbing in my neck because I guess the air doesn't have as much of a place to escape as it does when my mouth is open.
Is it going through your nose? The air should go through your nose.
Well, I mean, it is, but contrary to what you see on the screen, my nose really isn't as big as my mouth is. Also, it's congested, so there's that.
So, okay, so your question was about we were talking about like vocal lessons. So when I first start with somebody, I really like to find out where they're at. Okay.
Colin is for those of you not on video, Colin is being naughty in the chat, and when I put it up on the screen, it's a little distractive, and it's kind of funny. It is funny.
Okay. We were going to keep this show a little shorter than normal, even though we had some technical difficulties.
I sent Marcella that message through WhatsApp. I said, we've hit 32 minutes. That was 12 minutes.
I was ignoring you.
Okay, let me just go through quickly what the process looks like, because a lot of people do ask me. They're like, "Oh, okay, what does this vocal lesson look like, sound like? What is that? What is it actually?"
Mhm. Right.
If you've never had one before. So, in the beginning, definitely going through like a lot of basic technical things. I don't know if I've said this on the show before. Have I gone through this with you
Now,
before?
because we've talked about the autism and we have talked about your teaching, but I don't know that we've done as much actual,
The vocal.
demonstration or lesson. Yeah.
I think I did talk about breathing, and
Yeah.
that's like one of like the basic principles, like the foundation to
Sure.
healthy singing support. Because when we sing, we're not trying or speak, okay? Because this literally the reason, a lot of people get into issues with their vocal cords is also mostly not just singing, unless you're a professional, you do it all the time, but also speaking. So
Right.
when you speak, you have to utilize that breath. And it's kind of like when you're a baby, you're first learning how to walk. You don't just like, I mean, I'm sure there's exceptions to this rule, but like mostly you crawl and then you walk, right? So you have to learn. Now happening that Luna just got up and ran. Is that what happened? Okay.
I was gonna say, unless you're Luna, who never crawled, she just got up
Right.
and
Some
walked.
people do a bum scoot, it looks different. But there's levels, right? So why am I bringing this up? Because a lot of people think like, okay, I can breathe, like what are you talking about? I breathe all the time, like I'm breathing, like you have to breathe. But it's like a certain way and focus of breathing, and making sure that the breath gets really deep down into your diaphragm, and then being able to access that support so that your voice can go further. And then doing that kind of breath work. And everyone talks about breath work, meditation, how it helps with your mental health as well. So I'm a really big advocate of, not just because I teach young students as well. And I'm saying this is a tool that's going to help you in every aspect of your life. Like whether you're nervous to go speak on stage and you're doing this deep breath work, whether you're having self-regulation issues and you don't know how to calm down after an intense thing, which I should have utilized when I couldn't communicate properly, and someone should have reminded me, breathe, right? And that could be a word that you use with your children. Instead of saying like calm down, you're saying, okay, breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. And sometimes even like, we say give our kids hugs instead of screaming, like. And then when I do remember that, I'll give my kids a hug and just pat their head like the kitty, and be like, breathe, and do that big like example. And then since I constantly talk about deep breaths, and by deep I mean into your diaphragm,
Right.
then that muscle memory takes over, and then they go, oh yeah, I know how to do this. And the immediacy of their reactions, or their just like, it goes from here right down, right down.
So one last question from me. I think you kind of sort of alluded to it when you said with like the breathing with the diaphragm. I remember being taught in, I think it was like elementary school course, music class, that for proper breathing in singing, you should actually do it as though your stomach is filling and not your
Hmm.
chest.
Very good. Excellent.
Okay.
Yeah. See, and then that conversation is what I would have with a student on our first lesson. We need to have this conversation like, what is your background knowledge of singing? What do you know? And the fact that you know that, you're already like, you're okay, like, okay, good. You know that. Let's go. Let's go from there. So then after that, we would go into different warm-ups, talking about the lip trill, Okay.
I couldn't help
Gosh,
it.
is he a comedian or something? I mean, I can't really tell.
Colin
No.
with the innuendo still going.
That's the theme today. And
That
so
it should have read, I think that's another typo that he talked about before. That should have read moist throat, full stomach.
Oh my God.
You know, he's giggling
uh,
right now.
um okay. You're making me lose my train of thought.
I was going to say, so with that, back to you.
So just going, so then I would go over all the different warm-ups and the technical things that would help individually with each person. So when I'm talking about warm-ups, we're talking about all the things that Marcella loves to do, like lip
Right.
trills, and then like the proper way to hum. It's like some people, like if I say like, okay, hum up and down, like go but like it's not just doing that. It's like you have to create space in your mouth. You have to like, and then reminding to breathe before you do that, so like there's a lot of like reminders until it becomes like natural muscle memory. And then so doing that, and then doing I say like open your mouth, and then let's go on an ah, and like different vowels, and then we do with like the piano and doing like little scales. And then after that, it's like, what do you want to work on? Do you want to work on your speech? Do you want to get better at articulating? Do you want to get better at pronouncing things? And do you want to do you want to work on a song? And like, how do you work on a song? How do you practice? What's the method to that? Because some people just like, they'll sing the song once through and they'll be like, great, I practiced, but like that's not really like
More to it
you
than
know
that.
yeah, like there's a better way. And then there's like, if there's a section of the song that you're really struggling with, why would you sing the whole song? Why don't you just focus on the one section?
Oh
And
my
then
God. Do you know how often we do that? You and I.
mm-hmm,
I think
mm-hmm,
my kids
mm-hmm.
would like it if I just didn't.
And then you think you're done. You're like, okay, I did it 5 times, Jen. No, let's do it one more time just to seal the deal, because, and then you go back to the beginning, and then you see how, if your muscle memory has kicked in, that you've really recorrected that thing that you wanted to correct.
I mean, that's whenever you see like a record being made, they don't start at the beginning and sing the entire song and record that.
Are you looking at the chat?
I saw something, but that's when
Yeah.
I wanted to jump in. It's they don't sing the beginning of the song and just go, there we go. I did it. They don't go straight through to the very end without stopping. The producer says, "Okay, cut. All right, you sounded a little shitty there. Let's and then you do that one
Exactly.
line all over again."
Exactly.
So
And the
yeah,
same thing in a recording studio. You're not going to sing the whole song. We got that
right,
take. Okay, let's go to the next section. Yeah, exactly.
right.
Great example. Yeah. So, and then that's essentially, that's the lesson, just like a personal trainer, just guiding you through the steps and making sure you have like proper form, and you're not doing anything dangerous, and you're not if you're bending your knees, if you're straightening your back, like those are the things that, like, just making sure, like tweaking a little bit here and there. And then
Well,
also giving you the tools to go back and do the practice yourself, and monitoring yourself. And then eventually it's like, there is a time span of like having a vocal teacher. It's like, I don't need to be there for Marcella for like the rest of her singing career. Like, she can come back to me and be like, I'm really having difficulties with this. Can you maybe like listen and let me know what your thoughts are? But it's not going to be in the same capacity that maybe it was at the beginning, where like she just like picked up on what I was saying, and she's like, oh, okay. And then she knows what she's doing. She's off on her way. She's doing it herself. And that's basically what education is, right? You're giving kids the tools, what they need. You're giving everyone what they need, and they can go off. And it's like, that's like anything. Therapy, you need to be given tools to help yourself. At the end of the day, all of this is like, how can I help myself?
Well, every time we have you scheduled,
Is that what's going
we
over?
think, well, no, well, not only that, but we think, okay, this is going to be it. We're going to have hit everything. And then we do that, and you bring us so much more to talk about again. Like actually probably going through some of the actual exercises that you forced Marcello to go through, and that exhaling that you had me doing, plus just the breathing. And are you saying that like the fill the stomach type breath, is that what we should be doing for like being on the radio for an hour plus, or delivering public speaking, things like that?
Absolutely. It's not, there is a little bit more than just your stomach. I mean, that's like a way to explain it to a
That's
child.
just the concept. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Basically, it's like, you might feel this full breath, not just in that one particular section. You're going to feel it in your rib cage, in your back.
Yeah.
You're going to feel it all over. And a lot of vocal coaches, teachers, they like to use this term like expansion. So like you're expanding, but it definitely doesn't lift from here. So if you're going like that, that's a shallow breath. That's, so yeah. And if you do these deep breaths, like within your normal daily routine of just going about through life, you will become a much calmer, and you're getting in more oxygen. See, like I just did that, right? I just did this deep breath. You're just gonna, everyone comments on how relaxed I seem, and I have my moments. Okay. 3 kids and my husband, and all the other things going on in the world. I think I owe that to my singing history and practice. It's not just like my nature. I mean, my mom might say like, oh, you're always just, whatever. But I think I owe it to singing. I always sang with my dad. And singing, I wanted to say this, is the most, I mean, some people can be like, I'm not a good singer, but everyone loves to sing. Everyone does it. You don't admit it, but you do. You do. You sing in the shower. And why do you do that? Because it's cathartic, because it fills your soul. You just feel so good letting those emotions out in creative way. Right? What now?
Colin. With that, Colin. I can't, even with innuendo, I can't.
Can you imagine if someone took that seriously and was like,
oh my God,
I heard about this thing called, I won't even repeat it, but
you'll just get beeped out. So,
oh my God, guys, that's it. The show's over. My thing.
Yeah, there goes our camera. There goes Jen's camera. Well, where can we get you, Jen? Music with Jen, MUZIKW Jen.
Yeah, please go to my YouTube. My YouTube. I do have a YouTube too. I don't know why I said that, because I really didn't mean to say that. That's weird.
We've been talking about that. That's a topic for the next time you're here.
That was
we got to schedule that out though, because you're back at work.
Yeah.
But
I'm happy.
Summer's coming.
Summer. One more month.
And maybe Jeannie wanted you to use me as a guinea pig. Maybe when you come back, we'll both actually sing.
Yes.
We've been talking about that, so we do got to make that happen.
He's been asking me to sing on the show for a while, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. It's not happening.
I didn't want you to necessarily. You had mentioned it on a couple different occasions for different reasons.
Joking.
So wait, can you link this to my YouTube? Or how does that work? I don't know. We can talk about it later.
Next time we have you on, you can connect your YouTube.
Okay, I saw that, and I was like, Marge does that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're live on Facebook right now on my page.
Okay.
We as hosts need to better prep you as a guest for that, so that there you go, Colin. I said prep.
Yeah.
uh, prep
Okay.
get you as a guest to do that so that you know to do it, one, and can decide. I think there's a limit as to how many different destinations you can connect.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. That's
so
good to know.
you can decide which ones would be best.
If
Is
it's
it
free,
only one?
you can only connect one. If you have a paid account with Restream, I think you can do up to 3 or 4. I was reading that last time.
This
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So this is I do have a paid account. So
gotcha.
let's
So you've
put
got
that one to
Facebook,
good
Twitter,
use.
and something else?
Me?
I mean, like from my
Ross.
own, I have 8.
Oh, Ross.
Okay.
I'm
So
on.
I've got
Ross is a.
just Facebook right now. For now.
Okay.
I'm actually only on 7 now because one of them's not relevant. But I'm on the Rainbow Radio Facebook page, Psycho and the Psychic Facebook page, my personal, my public Facebook page, not my account. We're on Rumble, the Yergs Radio Facebook page, and Talk TV 24 for YouTube, and Ross Yerger for LinkedIn.
Are we live on LinkedIn as well?
Yep.
Wow.
Cool.
But yeah, anyways, for now I just have Instagram, TikTok, and I'm gonna do YouTube. Your technical difficulties reminded me of what happened to me at the beginning of this week because I literally was going through so much trying to post of like my
Oh, that's
video
right,
of
your
me
video.
singing. I had the hardest time, and then I even on TikTok I was like I pressed a button. I was like, oh wait, I didn't want to press that, and it's like going. It's like it says like uploading. I was like, oh no, and so I did that too many times. But you know what they say about mistakes. It's good because that's how you learn and grow. And I don't know why I made the mistakes because I posted things in the past, but I think it's been a while. And anywho, thanks a lot
Yeah.
again.
Thank you.
Oh, we
I
love you.
just
I can't wait
found
to have you back.
I just
For
found
fun.
the YouTube video to coach you through how to do that for you,
Oh,
Jen,
sweet.
to go live on my account during a guest appearance here. It is an hour and 4 minutes long.
Okay. I'll put it on
I
like
don't think
fast forward, like when they
yeah, I
talk
was
really
gonna say
fast.
I hope they got the chapters in because I don't think we need that. So
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then.
yeah, exactly. All right, my
Okay,
dear. Thank you
thanks.
for joining us.
Okay, thank you. You too.
Bye,
And
Drew.
we're definitely
Bye.
glad to see you're sounding a lot better. We'll definitely be seeing you again and hearing you.
Okay, sounds good.
See you later.
Awesome. Thanks again.
Bye.
So, what do you got? You got to see this. I don't know if you can see this. She literally just finally fell asleep here
You had,
after knocking stuff down. She knocked the mic down. She knocked my phone down. And
did you connect the mic that I sent you yet? Is that mic or you got the other one still?
my other one is right here.
Okay.
We're redoing the bedroom, so as soon as that's done, I'll have a space.
All right.
Yeah.
Very
We
cool.
go a lot faster.
Well,
if
we are a
it,
lot longer than we thought we were going
no,
to be.
but I was saying my studio might go along faster if you paid me.
Yeah, I knew this was coming.
I have to say it at least once a show, at least once. Great shot of what?
When you lowered the camera.
To my baby, my beautiful baby who turned 15 yesterday. It was her adoption day. It was her adoption day. That's what we consider her birthday.
Yeah, because that's all we really know.
Well, we got her at a Petland. Mama cat with kittens, and according to my daughter at the time, who was 16, she said they got rid of all the kittens. They adopted them out except for one. Nobody wants her because she's black. And of course, I was like, okay. And then she says it's only $25 the adoption fee. And I said, if it's only $25 and I give you $25, the cat is mine. Well, she walks in and she gives it to Riley. But look at how great that worked out. She's laying asleep on mommy's lap. She's mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have cat hair all over me. Like I can't breathe. I'm like holding in all the
Yeah, I was gonna
sneezes.
say, aren't you allergic though?
I mean, it's
Sort
all
of.
over my face, you know.
Yeah.
Shed so much.
As
For a little,
a kid,
tabby.
I was deathly allergic to cats and dogs, but especially cats. Trying not to.
You're reading the chat.
Yeah, I'm trying not to because we got to go.
Okay.
But,
All right. We got to go. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Thank you for supporting. We really appreciate it. And we will
Awesome,
see
yes.
you next Tuesday, where we've got. Who do we have Tuesday? I have invited someone.
Yeah, I wish it was just that easy. Colin says, go to the bank. I'm like, dude, I am behind on my mortgage. That's how much this does not make.
We need sponsors.
No,
Jesus Christ, who's coming on Tuesday? I can never. I don't have the book in front of me, but I can tell you next Thursday we've got Lois Villa.
Okay.
Yeah. So you and I will talk about that later. Yeah.
Isn't that a return guest also?
What's that?
She's a return guest also, right?
Well, she called last time. This time we're getting her on camera. Screw that.
Okay.
I hope you're listening, Lois. Want to see your pretty face.
I'm not even. All right, everybody. I will remember to do the credits this time.
Yeah, fantastic.
And after I got the text reminder, and I got all kinds of commercials that we got to go to, and I'll just edit them in.
Oh, I turned it off before the commercials. I don't want to hear that nonsense.
I know. That's why I got to put them in the beginning.
What? No. I don't want to hear that.
Pre-roll is the most expensive.
I'm out. I'm gone. I don't want to hear that. I'm not doing that. Okay.
Pre-roll is the most expensive place to have a commercial.
Fantastic. No, I know. I actually let it play out so that everybody can hear it, and then I turn it off.
Pre, then mid, and then end roll. All right, dear.
See ya.
Have a great weekend. And
I'll talk to you later.
Tomorrow, so I won't be talking to you.
Nope.
But I'll talk to you at some point, though. I want to make what's the Friday? The negative vibes. I want to bitch.
You want to bitch? It's Friday. Every Friday, Ross. I tell you this. It's 6 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, I know.
Schedule. Work around it.
Come
on in.
I put John Jay's 5 o'clock sessions on my Tuesday and Thursday schedule, so I don't sleep through them before there's somebody at the door. Oh, I gotta go save the world. There's my neighbor's at the door. She's been texting me. She's got this, that, and the other thing that
I'll
she's
see you. Bye.
And shit that we're trading out.
Roll those credits, Ross. I'll see you. I'll call you later.
See you, dear. Have a great show. Have a great weekend, everybody.
You've changed. You know that?
Yes, I suppose I have. How about this? Peace, love, dope. Now get the hell out of here.
Hello.